we as people in wheelchairs, we need more people to come with us as allies to help advocate for us. You know, like I have you as my advocacy persons because you gonna tell them Nique know how to do a lot of shit. Don't don't come at her like she don't know. But
Like that too.
we all need to get together and like advocate for one another. I have to advocate for myself, my ability,
Yeah.
and my mental. I'm a smart individual. Like I might be in a wheelchair, but I think if I had like a good, like what they say, you have to have a village, and we all need to
You
come
know,
together and be a village people and help build each other. Welcome back to the only place where wheels are turning. This tea is hot, and we absolutely do not filter out our clapbacks. This is Wheel Talk, and if you're easily offended, honey, you're in the wrong lane. Y'all know, go Meesha, good time.
hey y'all, this is Meesh, co-host, with Neat with the wheels, Neat, and we gonna get into it.
Let's get into it, you guys. Today we're putting on our professional pants, our professional yoga pants. Y'all like
Yellow pants,
yeah,
Neat.
depending on
Girl,
depending on how sleep, because we are talking about the hustle. We're tackling the boardrooms, the bank accounts, and why sometimes the biggest barriers to success isn't a ramp. It's the mediocre, ableist manager. Okay, so before we start off with the topic, we're gonna start off with some affirmations. The first affirmations I want you guys to repeat after me. Okay? So, repeat after me. My skill is valuable,
skill is valuable.
and I refuse to negotiate my worth
Refuse to negotiate my worth
just because someone else lacks vision.
just because someone else match
Lack,
vision or max
lack,
vision.
lacks vision.
Just because someone else lacks vision.
Right. So, my skill is valuable, and I refuse to negotiate my worth just because someone else lacks vision. Okay, so how do you feel about that affirmation?
I didn't think nobody's skill lack vision though. That's kind of putting somebody down though. You don't think so?
No, because some people might not see the vision that we see when we're planning our careers, you know? So someone else can lack the vision that you see. So I absolutely I see that. Like they might not be on the same level as you are to actually be able to look and see, you know. So I could see that.
With me is my opinion is everybody's vision, even if it's a pumpkin seed to a walnut to a whole damn tree.
Right.
It's like we gotta understand each other because my thing is, but your purpose ain't somebody else's purpose. But if your purpose is down here, I can probably come down there and help you with your purpose to get up here. We don't
Mhm.
understand that right now.
Right.
So that's how I feel about that. I don't like that affirmation.
You don't like it? Okay, I got another one.
Okay.
Accommodation isn't a favor, it's the law. I demand access and I deserve success. How you like that one?
We talking about minorities or are we talking about
Any accommodations, anybody.
right? So I feel like anybody deserves a chance that
Okay.
is willing and thriving and trying. I also feel like us as minorities of color, you
Mhm.
know, don't get that success because it can be our names, it can be our color, it can be, how we dress because we may not have that super business attire.
Right.
But my thing is, yeah, no, I honestly think I have to look it up. So don't quote me on the y'all. Don't get in the inbox and be like, you wrong, you wrong, you wrong. But I feel like black people thrive harder than the other color.
The other color being in is what?
Yeah, the other color from color people.
Okay.
That's Latino. That's Latinos. That's the blacks. There's you know even white African Americans, because it's some,
Okay.
everybody that a minority, we get treated different.
Okay.
And our names are different. Because it goes with our culture. It's not that our mom and dad was like, and they call our names ghetto. It's not that our mom and dad want to name us that, but it's culture. And they want to build on a legacy. So yeah. And that's how I feel. I love my vanilla people. I do. I do. Honestly. I got mixed babies. I would never disrespect. But you gotta look at it.
Right.
We are picked on at the end of the day.
Okay. And the last affirmation that I have is I am not just surviving the hustle. I'm leading it. My bank account is thriving and my spirit is relentless. I like that one.
We need to get that on a t-shirt.
Right.
Ladies
Right. I
and
like that
gentlemen,
one.
they is
Yeah.
listening. We need to get that onto a t-shirt. Say that one more time for the people in the back. That's on here.
I am not just surviving the hustle. I'm leading it. My bank account is thriving and my spirit is relentless.
See, I'm not trying to be too
Okay,
sorry,
guys.
God.
So we're gonna get on over to the next segment. Um and we're gonna talk about the job hunt on wheels, disclosure, interviews, and the BS tax. Let's start with the hell known as the interview process. When do when do you disclose? Like for me in a wheelchair, disclosing in an interview, like now, because a lot of interviews are done
Mhm.
through and face like video chats and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
basically Zoom, Skype, Microsoft, those type of streaming networks. They do those a lot. So
Okay.
you looking at me might not can tell I'm in a wheelchair, right? Or disclose, you wouldn't know I'm in a wheelchair. So, cause you just see
No.
me from the
Huh,
shoulders down.
right, but
So when
just
when do
hold
you
on.
think
I know real quick, me, and I
yeah.
don't mean to cut you off, but tell them the story. Hell, I told you. I had to convince my husband so bad that yes, you are in. No, she ain't. Y'all working together. Y'all working just the same. He was really like amazed at it.
Yeah.
So
He
that's
couldn't
a good
believe I was in a
story.
wheelchair. Yeah.
You
We
know,
out we out here, we gotta get it. We gotta work just like y'all work. Like, I
girl, I
mean,
don't know how you keep your teeth so white. That's all I
yeah.
look at is your teeth. Go ahead, girl.
It's just difficult being in a
Yeah.
wheelchair because like you have to think, okay, so when they do ask you for a face to face interview, you go there and
Yeah.
you're already nervous because you like, oh
Mhm.
my God, what are they gonna ask me? But then
Yeah.
on top of it, you have to think, okay, I'm in a wheelchair. When they see me, are they gonna block out the fact I'm in a wheelchair or are they gonna look at me like, ooh, we need to go with somebody else? And that's something I deal with a lot when it comes to interviewing process because I can go there and my resume speaks volumes, okay? And but I always feel like they are taking the back because they want to know what all I can and cannot do. And because of ADA and certain boundaries, they can't ask certain questions. And
Yeah.
there's a lot of questions that they shouldn't ask that they do ask that a lot of people who are disabled they don't know about too as well. So I mean, I feel like it's just hard when you going out there on job interviews for people in wheelchairs. Because they'll say yes, smile, like, oh, okay, good, and they talking, smile, smile, smile. But then when you leave their office, I'm like, okay, what they saying about my wheelchair? Because that's the only thing bad I can see is my wheelchair. So and then you don't get the job and you like, okay, why didn't I get the job? So that's kind of difficult when it comes to me and I think about stuff like that. So Misha, when it comes to interviewing process for the able bodied person, let me know what was your experiences like
I
when it
think
came
a
to
lot
interview.
of my experiences was it wasn't necessarily like my resume, but it was more so like look at the name on the paper. and then, I have got many jobs and, been blessed and everything, but they look at the name on the paper. I
What's
can't
your
help
first name?
yeah, all of my name, honey. And it's even longer. It's even longer now that I'm married, so that
Right.
really put the icing on the cake. I can't even sign. I just put J
Mhm.
Westmorton when I sign stuff. But with me is I feel like I do really good with interviews. I think the thing of it is people are looking for something so prestigious and it's like give somebody a chance. And I don't feel like, when people make it above, make it supervisor, manager, they don't give people a chance. So my husband been in management for, a very long time. And he also works at the post office. I'm not going to disclose his name, but he gives people a chance, especially if, they have kids and everything. It's not saying they not fit for the job. He just talked to him because anybody can get taught, but you can't make nobody come to work. And that's what he always told me. You can't make workers come to work, but you can teach somebody that is coming to work. You see what I'm saying? So it has been hard for me with my name and stuff and just my age and what's out there. And, I mean, it is what it is. And it goes back to the color of our skin. Nobody wants to think that nobody using it as excuse, but I feel like my name is Jamisha, and if a white girl's name was Jessica, or my sister's name is Jessica,
Okay.
we got the same credentials. They gonna choose Jessica over me. It's
Cause they
just it
just
is.
one by your name alone.
It's just it is what it is. That's what they do in society today.
I see that happen.
One note too, when I recently was at the doctor's office, you know,
Right. Okay.
the doctor was just asking me like, how much do you and your husband, drink or have cocktail? It's very casual. That, at night, and everything, we get the kids to bed, we politic,
Mhm.
things like that. And you know, it's sad because she said, I ain't gonna put that in your chart because all they see is a piece of paper and they gonna use you. So
Mm.
she did. And that's crazy. I ain't know what she meant, but that's what it was. And that's a real story.
Yeah, I know. I
They
know.
try to, sometimes they try to come after us.
Right.
And she was the color of my skin, y'all. But no, I'm not a racist. I'm not a nothing. I got mixed kids and everything. I just want it to be different sometimes. And it's getting worse now with us
Right.
trying to get stuff, with people of color trying to get stuff, it's just getting worse.
Yeah.
Nothing we can do about it for right now unless we do something about it.
Okay, so we're gonna move on over and we're gonna talk about chairceptions, which I made that up. It's cute. Anyways, but unconscious bias and microaggressions in the workplace. So for me being in a wheelchair,
And
I remember specifically when I worked for Humana and we was doing our training sessions. We had to be on camera or whatever. Like the instructor was like in our little chat, and like you had to pop up your screen and they had to see what you're doing or whatever. They didn't know that I use an on screen keyboard, and so
wait, when me and you work for humanity,
yeah, I think so. Yeah, but I use the on screen keyboards. I don't use the keyboard pad, physical pad. I use on screen keyboard, and like they were so amazed that I use the keyboard, and I'm very good at typing with the on screen keyboard where I use the mouse to spell words or whatever. They were so like they were so shocked. In the same way with my recent job with which with I work as a customer service rep. they were shocked that I used an online keyboard, like on screen keyboard, because I don't think I'm not sure if they teach that or whatever. Like the your computers now have on screen keyboards. Some of them are touchpad, like touch screen keyboards. So, but they were just so stunned and shocked that I used that to do my work on the job.
Yeah.
It kind of took me cause like it took me by surprise because I'm like, y'all should know this stuff, y'all. So they should put y'all in a class where y'all learn this, like different ways to maneuver.
Yeah.
But I guess they don't. That's not a must have. So, Misha, have you experienced any biases with your friends or people that's disabled that you've seen, or do you have some misconceptions or against people with wheelchairs like that you thought of, but then you know you
Not
have
well.
questions you want to ask, but you were not too sure on how to say it. Every time you do the so I brace myself because I'm ready. I'm ready. Come on, let's go.
No, do you hear him in the background?
I don't hear nothing, Misha.
He like breaking down, having like an anxiety attack or something. Okay, so my thing is not what people in wheelchair because people in wheelchair is not. You don't get. I'm gonna handle that later. Just hush. I'll stick your mouse. It's because you probably had candy, which you were eating Skittles with your bubby. Okay, well, okay. I can't fix it right now. Okay, and sorry, you guys.
Mommy duties.
Okay. So
Okay.
anyway, so my grandma was in a wheelchair. I
Okay.
dealt with that for a couple of years. My mom started stopped driving. I gave my mom a car. I gifted her a car. At one time I had three cars. I had
Okay,
a
Big
Monte
Orange.
Carlo.
Back out. I see you.
No, I had a Monte Carlo. I had a Honda. They weren't new. The Monte Carlo was like a 2006. The Honda was maybe a 2008, and then I decided I'm gonna upgrade myself. I went to a Chrysler 200, and I went to, a Chrysler, or no, it was a what is that? I forget, but it was a 2018 or 2019. This time I was on my boss moves, but my thing is with my grandma, getting her in and out the car was
Mhm.
very hard. I didn't know how to put the chair down. I needed somebody with me. My mom can't do it because my mom was like losing herself. So experience that.
Mhm.
Can you hear him?
So what now?
Can you hear
What?
Casey?
I don't hear anything, Misha.
Okay, cool. Cause he over there crashing out. But I'm sorry, y'all. But you know, it was very hard. Oh, give me only 2 seconds, okay? Okay, okay, yeah. It's okay. All right, go. It's okay. Anyways, but experience that just have to love somebody, just being a semi caregiver, cause not necessarily had to like do all the things. Like I commend y'all whoever is in the wheelchair, even when going out, seeing guys that then been through, domestic violence or street violence, and they in the wheelchair. It's like you don't look over nothing. You know what I'm saying? I listen. I literally always want to know their story. You
Right.
know, I feel like y'all should write a book about that. You should just look up people's lives and just ask can they have a chapter in your book because the struggle. Give me like 5%. But when you do it, that would be a great book for people to understand
Right.
and know what people go through, whether it's domestic violence, street violence, just hell born like that. we need a book like that for us to understand what able-bodied people, because we don't understand. I'm scared to ask questions every day because I don't want to say the wrong thing and just be offended.
Right.
But you pop your stuff well enough, so I know you'll get with me. Trust me, you pop your stuff today. It hurt my feelings. I'm just kidding.
Whatever.
But yeah, I love everybody. I don't look at it no way. I be wanting to know the story, and then that's what make me think what's my purpose to write a book, to be a publicist, to be a journalist, to get people's stories out there,
Right.
and that's because I'm just interested.
Yeah, and another thing too that we as people in wheelchairs, we need more people to come with us as allies to help advocate for us. You know, like I have you as my advocacy person because you gonna tell them Nick know how to do a lot of shit. Don't don't come at her like she don't know. But
And see,
we all need to get together and like advocate for one another. Like I could probably advocate for you about you being a staying home mom, but you still have stuff going too. Like outside of just being a mom, you do hair, you do makeup. Come on, you got a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff about you. And with me, being in the wheelchair, I have to advocate for myself, my ability,
yeah,
and my mental. Like I'm a smart individual. Like I might be in a wheelchair, but I think if I had like a good, like what they say, you have to have a village, and we all need to
you
come
know,
together and be a village people and help build each other.
I'm not even gonna hold you. An immaculate mentor, and I'm not trying to hype him up. Would be my husband. It would be my husband because he have grown far. He got many plaques, you
Right,
know, and he's been in the world of leadership,
right.
basically, and it's gonna be for free. Yeah, okay. But it would be something that he would just, even if he on the game, you just sit there, FaceTime, jot down stuff. He gonna tell you stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just he gonna tell you stuff recorded out the other stuff. But he is a great asset to, we help you every time. Sorry we ain't do the last thing, but we will if you still need us. But he's a great asset to, he has taught me. And he taught me the leadership way and I taught him the hood way, basically. If that's put in a sense. And I feel like maybe me and you can get together and write a book or whatever. I need my 5%. Or can we bump it up to 10? Cause I'm broke. So you don't think, and I really gotta be dedicated. You're gonna have to be on my
Oh,
butt.
I ain't afraid to tell you
Um,
what it is. You know that from
I know I got yelled at today,
you did not get yelled at today.
but it was from a good place. So that's what
She
I'm saying.
she did not
But
get
I think we
yelled at,
should write a
Lois.
book, and the book should be called, dang, I should write it in the pad.
Well, go get you a pen and paper.
Girl, these kids, I gotta go through book bags and stuff.
I mean, you got 6 backpacks. I mean, 5 backpacks there.
So you want me to run up these stairs and
Yeah,
possibly get hurt?
that's
I
good
don't.
exercise, good
I
cardio.
don't. I think it should be called Always Believe What You Can Do.
Okay, I always believe what you can do, okay.
Or
Or, okay.
it can be No matter the situation, you can do it. That's kind of corny. And then, or it can be, listen, because it ain't got to be a women's book. Because I'm gonna tell some stuff.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell some stuff. It can be just believe in you
Mhm.
and revive you. That's kind of churchy. I
Mhm.
got, girl, I got so many because I've been thinking about this a long
Well, you
time.
need to write them down in the
I've been
dream
thinking
in the
about this
in
a
the
long time. But my favorite one is Believe in you and believe in your character. That's my favorite one.
Okay.
And that's boss move. Believe in you and believe in your character.
All right, look at you.
Come on, girl. I've
Look at
been thinking
you.
about stuff. And I've been doing my homework a little bit. I do need to get
That's
something,
me.
but I've been more worried about my health a little bit or whatever. So you can go to the next question because we're gonna have to talk
Well,
about
the
health
next
too.
segment is our game segment. And today we're gonna play a game. It's called Climb the Ladder or Kick the Can. Okay?
Mm,
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read out these workplace scenarios.
okay.
And you and me as a host, as the host, we're gonna either say if it's worth fighting for, which is climb the ladder, or if we need to just let it go and save energy, kick the can. Okay. First scenario. You arrive at a mandatory team building exercise at a farm, and the path to the main event is gravel. You complain, and your boss says, just skip this one. There's always next time. What do you say? Do we?
No, say that. No, say that one more time.
Okay. So you arrive at a mandatory team building exercise at a
Mm-hmm.
farm, and the path to the main event is gravel. You complain and your boss says, "Just skip this one. There's always next time." So would you say kick the can or climb the ladder?
And why I say that is
Yeah,
because you have to show people that you really want it. My
right,
thing is, you get this job, you in this position, they want to see, they gonna test you. What length are you willing to go? If I had a company and I said, okay, we going on a hike, and this hike is a bonus, and
right.
somebody say, oh, I'm not going on that hike. I see how you really want to move. You know what I'm saying? You really don't want to do it.
Okay,
So that's my thing or whatever. I feel like it's always, and that's kind of a he's saying or she is saying team player. How you gonna play as a team? Because it's not just you doing this hype. It's not
right,
just you doing this stuff. It's not just you doing this. It's a team player. Hold on, just 1 second.
right. You guys, y'all can leave comments too, and we can reply to y'all comments. We can see them, um, and we can reply to y'all while we're going live. Just post it in the comment section. We can always come back and read it after we done going live. We're also recording as well. If y'all have questions or y'all want to just say hey, um, y'all leave them in the comments. Or just say hey and let me know where you're from. Who y'all hanging with us. Don't just don't just be silent. We like conversation back and forth.
All right, y'all, I'm back. I know how to mute myself. Sorry, y'all. I got kids now, and it's the weekend,
Yep.
so
Yep.
stuff happens. They done been sugared up and stuff. So, but we can go on to the next segment.
Okay, the next scenario is you need to leave 15 minutes early twice a week for childcare, and your colleague, who golfs every Thursday, comments loudly. Must be nice to have a mommy schedule. How would you feel? Would you click the clan or climb the ladder?
They telling us to leave 15 minutes early.
You need to leave 15 minutes early twice a week for childcare, and your colleague, who golfs every Thursday, comments loudly. Must be nice to have a mommy schedule.
You want me to say the real answer or the fake answer?
I want you to get your 100 real.
Bitch or nigga, you got me fucked up
No,
because you don't run my household. And I'm going to say, when I'm saying the N word, I'm not, endorsing that is racism or anything, but because I'm black, it don't give me a right to say that. So I'll, take that back. But yeah, black folks, y'all don't give me shit to say. White folks, y'all don't give me shit to say. Y'all don't know what goes on in my household. So y'all get a whole dugout. What you gonna do? Because I pay my money just like you when you bring your little stinking ass kids up in here. Okay, black side. Now let me go to the white side. Okay, I mean, I'll definitely get them here on time. I don't have that much help, but I'll get them here on
Yeah.
time. We'll wake up a little earlier and we'll make sure you're okay and everything, and they have everything. Is that okay, Amanda? Exactly.
Mhm.
All that shit is stupid.
I feel like that's sexist and that's very
But
unfair.
I know I
So,
said his and her.
like, yeah,
I
it's
said
like
his and
it's
her.
very sexist. Like, it's something that needs to be addressed because I mean, that's I wouldn't have used that language. Like, I wouldn't have said nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
Girl, what? It's freedom of speech. You ain't heard that?
well,
Girl, Martin Luther
dang, that's
King,
then
Malcolm
you
X,
call me mean. Now that was mean what he said. Well,
it
that scenario
no,
for me.
I'm just saying it was me. I wouldn't have used that either, but my thing is, so y'all wanna come pick them up from my house so they can be on time. No, neat. Sometimes you gotta do a little sassiness with kindness and
Right.
tell people how it is. Because just like, how I handle people, I get upset, I get louder,
Mhm.
but I'll explain to them. Just
Yeah.
like, you know, a friend earlier I had a blowout with, and guess what? I explained, I got bold, and I explained and calmed down.
Right.
So they can understand me, where I'm coming from, because
Yeah.
I don't know. So that was my thing. So I can understand, you know, and that's why I say some people don't understand what stuff going on. So they need those friends. I
Yeah.
need those friends to do that. You know what I'm saying? And it was
Right.
fun. So you just gotta read the room.
Okay. Read the room. That's what's up.
Read the room.
Okay, and for our last scenario is an able-bodied colleague constantly uses the accessible stall in the restroom, claiming they have knee issues that day.
They use the what?
They use the accessible stall, the big stall in the bathroom. That's for wheelchairs and disabled people, basically. It gives us more room to maneuver around and use the
Right.
the toilet. So for me,
Mm.
this is a kid the can moment for me, but I wouldn't say nothing that's very aggressive, but kind of like passive aggressive. Like I would let that person know, like the reasons for the way the stall is made and what it's made actually for. I would like leave a note on the door or something so they can like a little educational note or something to let them know the real reasons for that door. You can't just up and just jump in the door just cause, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
People don't read.
I mean, people are just sometimes insensitive. They want to use the bigger bathroom even though they don't need it. It's like I've seen people actually use the stalls and all the other stalls are empty. Like nobody is using them. So why you just go to that one? That should be the last bathroom that people should use.
So what that is, or whatever, is kind of sometimes comfortability. Those stalls are very small, but that don't take away from y'all. So what I say is, girl, if you got a shit, or if you got a poop, go on to the big bathroom, make it quick, get out. Because I do that.
You gotta stop doing
Yeah,
that.
no, I'm a villain of that, because my thing is the big bathroom. I'll be able to line my toilet, and
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
being transparent now, like, and everything. Because when get to Walmart, I know you know what I'm saying, we ain't going back if we gotta get stuff. So, girl, yes. So it's
Don't be
just,
telling me you blowing up the bathroom at Walmart.
girl, I do. I ain't gonna tell my address, but anyways, if I just gotta pee, I just gotta pee. But if I know it's like one that is, that bowel movement that this a serious one. It's just not one log. It's a couple. We gotta do that as people. And I'm trying to tell you, it happens. I don't care who judged me. That's fine. They can call me Walmart, shitty girl, whatever.
Kitty girl. Oh my god.
But yes. But I would never go in there and see a person on wheels and be like, oh, I'm still going in here. So it's levels to it. But yeah. And I do wipe off the state. I wash my hands and I put hand sanitizer on. Because I carry it in my pocket for somebody else to play with.
Okay, so the next segment is the style lounge, slay or nay, wheelchair and beyond. So today we're gonna talk about professional looks that scream CEO and not tired intern. Okay. So business wear and accessibility. My take on a sleigh is adaptive clothing that incorporates stretch for sitting all day. Because let's be real. I know me personally being having SMA, like my mobility is dependent on having stretch and give in my clothing. Stuff that are like really tight fitting are not as kind to my movement. So I'm gonna always like lean more towards structured blazers and maybe some pants that's not too loose, but just right, like just right loose. Like um because you don't want nothing that's gonna be so loose that they're gonna reach the wheels or touch the ground. Like I wouldn't want a long dress or a long skirt that might get caught up in the wheels and next thing you know, I'm gonna be on the ground. Okay. So a nay for me would definitely be nothing that bunches up, like I said, around the waist, making me look like, a wrinkled potato when seated. Okay. I want to look smooth and put together. Okay. And
And
Misha, what's your take on the able body looks? Business look.
I
What's a sleigh and what's a nay for you?
like slacks is a slang. I feel like pencil skirts is a slang, but I feel
Okay.
like pencil skirts is a thing high up,
Mhm.
But if you just, regular coworker, things like that, slacks is good. Blazers, cardigans, nice sweaters, and some slacks, some nice little boots
Right.
or whatever. I don't think you should go overboard unless you are like, but my thing is, I will always talk to when I work in an environment, you
Mhm.
dress for the job you want, not a job you got.
Right. Got you. Yeah, I've
So
heard that
that's
one before.
another thing. Dress for the job you want. So if you see your manager, you see your supervisor, you see, dress like them because that's what you want. And you're going to
Exactly.
elevate yourself.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. And then for the people who, work from home, we have we have tops that may be too revealing and tops that are just right. So you always want to wear something that you will wear to a regular job. But the thing about working from home is you just have to worry about tops. You ain't gotta worry about bottoms. You can still be cool with pajama bottoms on. You just need a nice shirt and and you on your way. Yeah.
Yeah, I tried. Listen, I just honestly, I just wear, very conservative t-shirts or whatever, or a sweatshirt or what I got on now. If
Right.
I don't have to be on camera, if I do, I still wear it. If I have to be on camera and it's like for a meeting or anything like that, I put on a blouse. But working from home is really not that hard.
Right.
Find a nice blouse, find a clean t-shirt, find a good sweatshirt, even, and that's it. Make sure it ain't provocative. Make sure it don't say shut up or, if you were something like that, and put it on. Make sure your face is clean, everything is good. Make sure you do groom yourself with your hair and things like that. it don't necessarily have to be earrings or anything like that, but make sure you groom yourself to make you lookable.
Okay. That's it? That's all you have? Oops. Okay. Well, that leads us on into our next segment, which is the gossip corner, spill the tea and roll deep. So I actually had a submission from one of our listeners, and I'm gonna read it. Mom, I'm a bot. It says we had a listener share that their coworker keeps stealing their lunch from the break room fridge. Always the food labeled gluten free or dairy free, which the coworker mocks then eats anyway. What's your take on that, Nisha? What would you do? What would you tell our listener?
Why is that? I'm just trying to turn this on. Hold on.
Okay.
Um, I don't know. He went on the remote and it turned the TV on. Um, Stealing their food from the refrigerator.
Yeah.
I didn't know what he be packing because is it oxtails, fried chicken? Because I probably steal it too. Nah, but
I
I don't
know
want to.
it says that they label the food gluten free or dairy free, which the coworker mocks it and then eats it anyway.
This is what I'm gonna say. I watched this show
Uh-huh.
and my friend Nique, it
Okay.
got me onto it, right?
All right. I got you onto
Watch
it.
that
What show?
show.
What show we talking about?
When she said that the break room is only for coworkers and you gotta label your food,
Uh-huh.
she's shitty. That's all I can say. A little laxative in it.
I think that's very disrespectful that the coworker is gonna eat your food anyways. Like, why would you
My thing,
take something you didn't bring? Like, that's just
it's not.
inconsiderate and rude.
It's not even something you don't bring. You don't know how everybody cook in their house. I could have scratched my ass and smelled my.
I say just to get a kick out of it. If you do it, if they keep and they're steady doing this, I would take a laxative and put in there
Yeah,
and
but
mix it up
also,
and they would never mess with it again because that's just disrespectful.
they don't know how people cook in their house.
No, they don't.
So I wouldn't want that. I don't want nobody else to nothing. I don't know. Honestly, I just be. I don't deal with potlucks. I don't deal with buffets. I just don't know.
And so, yeah, that was a very yeah. That coworker must don't care about their life too much.
I wouldn't be. Oh yeah, I wouldn't eat nobody else's food. I'm so sorry because I'm just like
I don't eat everybody's food, so
my
that'd be a
south
no for
too.
me.
People dumpster dive and whatever is just thrown out from companies and restaurants. If it's packaged up, they get it. That's the actual show. That's the actual show. It's not for me. It's okay because everybody's surviving. It might be for me because listen, the store's about to be empty for Thanksgiving. I still ain't went Thanksgiving shopping need. I ain't gonna have
Girl, why not?
because we're gonna eat peanut butter and jelly.
Oh my goodness.
Girl, I don't know. I just my husband is working, working, working.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, it's cold. I'm taking the kids. He wanna take the car. We trying to save money. The truck is a guzzler. Oh no. It's just we'll figure it out. But my thing is, listen, don't eat nobody else's food. You don't know what they did to that food.
Exactly. Stay out of it. Like, come on now.
I'm not doing that. Yeah, stay out.
So now we're down to the pit stop. Everybody, closing statements. Lisa, what's your closing statement?
You gotta get what? Come on, let me work. Sorry, y'all, for the light going in and out. That's what I do want to say. And this is my Christmas tree that I can't control, obviously, because I gotta get a hold on it. But bless you. You're welcome, honey. You hear my baby say thanks,
I
mom.
heard him.
That made me so proud.
Oh my
But
goodness.
my closing statement would be to everyone, you know, just thriving and trying to do something with themselves. It's okay. Hey, come join our podcast. Everybody is welcome. He, she, unidentified, other. And I say that on a platform of everybody being comfortable because we need to hear you out. We need that, on a platform for, everything. Colors, whites. Like, it don't matter. Just say something in the comments and we will reach out. I'm the co-host. This is Nique's baby.
My baby.
If she need me to do anything, my name is Meesha. I'll be reaching out. And guess what? We're gonna end on a positive thing. Put y'all Christmas trees up and start, frosting y'all's turkeys because this
Girl.
is good. And I'm out.
Okay, we'll try. Remember, getting to the finish line. It's about running faster. It's about navigating the course smarter. Don't let anyone minimize your grind. Okay. And for a call to action, you can find us everywhere. You can slide in our DMs with feedback. You can follow us on YouTube with our YouTube channel, We'll Talk Podcast 2025. And you can subscribe and leave comments. Instagram at We'll Talk Podcast 2025. TikTok at We'll Talk Podcast 25. And Facebook, We'll Talk Podcast with Nique and Friends. I like to say, y'all have a wonderful night. Keep rolling, We'll Talk Nation. We out. Peace.